I'm Susun Weed, and one of the best ideas that I've ever had is to nourish ourselves with herbs. Now, it is true that most of my contemporaries and most of the herbalists in the past looked for plants that had powerful poisonous actions, and many of those plants have actually been turned into drugs. But I took a different path. More interested in plants that can really give us lots of nourishment. And I found a lot of plants that maybe aren't considered big, powerful medicines because what they are is deep nourishers. I thought about how I could get the nourishing vitamins, minerals, and other plant constituents into our bodies. And I realized after about 10 years that working with teas was not going to get enough of that into our bodies. It's rather like saying, oh, I'm going to be getting more carotenes into my body by eating a teaspoon of carrots. Well, a teaspoon of herb in a cup of hot water, it's pleasant, it's beautiful, but it's just not enough. To make a nourishing herbal infusion, we need a large amount of herb. I weigh out my herb 1 ounce by weight. That's between 1 and 2 cups of the herb, depending on which herb you use. And I found that in order to really get the vitamins and minerals out of these herbs, they had to steep for a long, long time. Not just the 5 or 10 minutes that we would use in a tea, but at least 4 hours or overnight. Now you can watch me make a red clover infusion. That's what I'm drinking here, and it's a really tasty infusion. And you can watch me make a comfrey leaf infusion. Remember comfrey. You can watch me make a nettle infusion. Plug in to the energy of the earth right here with nettle. And you can watch me make an oat straw infusion. Sexy oat straw. You've got to be careful with the oat straw, especially if you drink oat straw one day and then red clover the next day, because oat straw, woo, really makes you very sexy. And red clover is the herb of fertility. I often say to people, if you're going to drink oat straw and red clover and you wind up pregnant, don't blame me, thank me. And then you can also watch me make a burdock infusion. These are just 5 of my favorite infusions, but they certainly don't cover all of the herbs that can be used to make infusions. We can use linden to make an infusion. We can use violet leaf to make an infusion. Hawthorn berries and rose hips make wonderful infusions. You can read lots more about making nourishing herbal infusions at my website, susunweed.com. Green blessings.